Your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They do not score.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reese. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away.
Ready, ready. Mike, front 4. Check 15, check 15.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf. 61, matchbox right.
Quick, quick. Watch the whip. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Here we go. Here we go.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Down. 70. Indy.
Watch it before. Rip right. Rip right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 8, read. Come on.
2nd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Come on. 180. 54. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot. What? Twist. What?
Alert.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Hey.
Murray now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Seibert on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into lock.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on second and 14. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
36.
Murray to air it out again. Murray fighting, lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog. Especially
if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
Watch the safety creep. You draw quarter. Go.
Mike 5-4. Hey, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Heavy on the edges. Shoot. Hey, check 24. Under 10. Check 52.
Now Saquon Barkley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Mike spoke both. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check. Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here. 44.
They do go for it. It's Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Murray now on 1st down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
55. No chance.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
180. Watch it define. All day, just like that. Just like that.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken short. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains.
180. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Mike. 180. What's the run? They're running it. Check 3.
Hey, ball. Chopper, yes.
This time, Trubisky will throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... They've got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
First down, Giants.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play, and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Check 25.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards the pickup there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they...
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First down, Murray. He's going to launch this thing. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go again.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. gets the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Forty-four, Mike, ball trot. I got you.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spend a lot of extra time on it.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Giants will go first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Murray on third down. And that is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position back.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Matchbox lights.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to run now. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will get him one closer.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Thanks. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's it.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And it's Michel once again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Giants on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Rock it.
He's checking Craig.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
54. Mike, 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
The 2nd down pass.
Get it, baby.
Complete to number 24. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Let it.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
5.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46.
Let's go.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Watch the pass.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. 18 Gator. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
Let's go, D. Big series.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Set, ready? 30 base.
54 Mike. You remember me? You remember me?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Hey, come on now, come on now.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. After the turnover, here's Murray. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw it, Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for number 85, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Looking deep downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin.